Shalom. Call Haloyim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone Ruwell. Salutations to you, fellow laborers out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwaf that believe that are also part of the household of faith. And shalom to you speckled-bird Israelites out there that's scattered among the heathen, that are like the heathen, all right, that believe and is doing the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, to the whole household of faith, which is the elect, I want to say shalom. Now, this video right here, and Lord willing, is edifying, which I got this article pulled up, which I'm going to get into. It's surrounded around the pestilence, okay? And if you don't know what the word pestilence means, the word pestilence, you look it up, okay? Let's look up the word pestilence. All right. It says any infectious or contagious disease, fatal epidemic, okay? That's what it means, okay? It says a plague in an unwholesome atmosphere, infected. It says deadly disease, plague, So, you get the gist of it, So, now we know what the word pestilence means. All right, as we look towards, the end of Esau's rulership and reign, all right, we see these prophetic events, all right, that was told in the Holy Scriptures, which is the Bible, taking place, many people out there, they're giving more, they're giving more interest in the, U.S. election, all right, more than the words of prophecy, all right, especially you Israelites out there, you so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans, all right, they are, into this society, mentally and spiritually, and you're not concerned with the will of the Lord is, you're the ones going to be caught up, all right, in these different plagues, okay? So, this is from the People's Voice. It says, the acronym WHO, which is the World Health Organization. It says the World Health Organization declares international mpox emergency and orders global coordinated response. Okay, so this could possibly spiral into another global epidemic, all right, or pandemic, okay, where basically the whole world shut down for some time, okay, all right. So hey, you have to be aware. You have to stay up on your watch. If you for as far as our people, you Israelites out there, if you claim to believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you better stay up on your watch, okay? Let's see where the article starts. Okay. It says Tedros convened another World Health Organization emergency committee meeting under the new International Health Regulations, IHRS, to determine if mpox, previously known as monkeypox, is again a disease of international concern. Okay. Remember, mpox is almost always a sexually transmitted disease, so the infectivity rate is extremely low. In 2022, Tedros alone made the decision to label mpox as a disease of international concern, even though the committee decided it was not of concern. Okay, so we don't know um, we don't know the full extent of the outbreaks except for what they give. Okay, but we do know that um, the effect that it can have on the world based off, what was declared, back in March of 2020. Okay, when it was declared a global health emergency. Okay, so let's play this clip real quick from this video.
Today, the emergency committee met and advised me that, in its view, the situation constitutes a public health emergency of international concern. I have accepted that advice. The detection and rapid spread of a new clade of mpox in eastern DRC, its detection in neighboring countries that had not previously reported mpox, and the potential for further spread within Africa and beyond is very worrying. In addition to other outbreaks of other clades of mpox in other parts of Africa, it's clear that a coordinated international response is essential to stop these outbreaks and save lives.
Okay, so I let the clip play so you can hear for yourself. So people can't say I'm spreading medical misinformation, which it's from the General Tedros Adhanom Adhanom Ghebreyesus. All right, which you heard him speak in that video. So pretty much, you see the gist of what's going on. As far as them making their statements, declaring it a health emergency, right? And this is a little research I did, right, from Google. Smallpox and monkeypox are both viral infections caused by orthopox viruses. Okay. Now, what does ortho mean? Let's go to ortho. Slovakia. Let's see what ortho means. Ortho. This is ortho on the etymology. It says ortho, straight, upright, rectangular, regular, true, correct, proper, high, steep. I was looking up the term ortho just to break the word down. Ortho, so high, or let's see what the word pox means. Pox, pox is a disease, so the word ortho means, excuse me, let's go back. Ortho means straight, true, correct, high, lofty, steep. All right, and we know that the word pox again means disease characterized by eruptive sores. So yeah, okay, that's it. Yeah. Okay, so I just looked the word up. Orthopox. All right, it says orthopox virus. So a uh, high disease virus. It says that smallpox and monkeypox are very similar to symptoms. Okay, so just do your own research. I can't give you all the answers. Pretty much, and I say that very humbly. We need to do our own research. Okay. All right. Now, it's the wrong link. Slovakia. Let's go here. to the newest outbreak. Before I read that, let's go to the book of St. Luke chapter 21. And I'll start at verse 7. And matter of fact, let's get it the blue letter. Let's get it on the blue letter. And start at verse 7. I'm gonna jump down. Okay. It says Luke 21:7, and they asked, and the they is the disciples, which later became apostles. Says, and they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be, and what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? Because why? We know that according to the scriptures in the book of Acts, chapter 1. All right, matter of fact, I'll just grab it real quick. All right, restore the kingdom. Okay, the book of Acts 1:6. It says, when they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? All right, so this is what the disciples, which later became apostles, this is what they were wondering, All right, when would the kingdom be restored unto the Israelites? All right, because why? During that time, you had Israelites at Jerusalem, all right, were being enslaved and oppressed by the Romans, all right, which were Edomites. And you fast forward, a little more than 2,000 years later today, all right, that same nation, all right, which are the house of Esau, Edom, all right, they are over, all right, all the tribes, and they're pressing us to this very day, all right, and we're actually the same thing, all right, which these signs have been, given unto us, to understand, all right, the time or the signs of the times that we should be looking for and expecting our Lord to return. Okay. So Luke 21:7, and they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be, and what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? All right. Now when you jump down, I'll start at verse 10. You see the subtitle says things to come, right? It says, then he said unto them, all right, or then said he unto them, he being Yahweh Shai, whom the word ignorantly calls Jesus. He says, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, which we see that between the different nations. All right. There's all kind of conflicts, all right, of war, all right, and rumors of wars going on across this earth. Okay. If you look on the news, that's all you see. All right, even a civil war getting ready to break out here in Babylon, right? And also race wars, because a lot of racial tension is in the air, But let's continue. Verse 11, it says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, which, there was just an earthquake in Los Angeles, California, okay? That shook, a lot of homes and buildings, right? And office buildings, places of business, that was felt throughout, most of the state, And there's always earthquakes going on. All right, you can Google that on your own time. It says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, which is a lack of food, all right, or starvation. Excuse me. We know that, the global famine, all right, is happening and increasing more and more. All right, as the days, all right, draw, nigh, all right, to the end of this wicked rulership of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, it says, and pestilences. What's pestilences? All right, a deadly disease, when you look it up, okay? Even in the blue letter, when you look up pestilences, right, it even tell you the same thing I looked up on You know what? Pestilence, fellow, pest, plague, Strong's definition, the disease. Okay, let's go to the etymology. Okay, etymology. Okay, it says any infectious or contagious disease, fatal epidemic. Okay, and you look down here, it says what? Deadly disease, all right, or plague. Okay, that's what's out here, man. All right, and so if you're occupying yourself in prophecy, you can easily see that. Okay, it says, and great earthquakes shall be in different places, and famines and pestilences, again, deadly disease, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. Okay, and we're supposed to take heed to these signs. Okay, all right. You're not supposed to look at the signs, all right, that are given and turn your and turn your back on them. You're supposed to take heed because these signs are warning signs. All right, these signs are prophetic warning signs. All right, to let you know what time we're living in. Okay, and here it is, Jake. Like I said, they worry about the election. Okay, but they're not worried about the signs. The signs of the time. Okay, this is the book of Matthew 16:3. Uh, let's go to Matthew 16, and I'll start at verse 1. Okay, it says, the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. Now, these are the ones that were wicked, because all of them was not wicked. But you had some of them wicked, you had some of them that that believe. Okay, it says verse 2, and he answered and said to them, when this evening you say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red, and in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, Shalaki. It says, O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? See? And the answer to that is no, they can't. Because why? The Lord have blocked them, all right, from understanding. Okay? Which is what the word discern means. The word discern means to, understand. All right? Or to gauge, okay, and or perceive, right? It says discern from the Greek.
Strong's G 1252. Diakrino.
To separate, make a distinction, discriminate, to prefer, to learn by discrimination, to try, to decide, to determine, give judgment, Let's see if there's a more in-depth. Let's see here. Bear with me 1 second. Let's go to the online etymology. Okay, here we go. Discern. Perceive or recognize the difference or distinction between two or more things. All right. Also distinguish with the eyes. And in this case, we're talking about the spiritual eyes. See? So most of our people can't discern what's going on. They worry about, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. To hell with them. They're small puns, in the Mossad's, uh, 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 chessboard, or a chess game. All right, they're nothing, man. They're not the major pieces. You see, what you should be paying attention to, all right, is the the signs of the time that we're living in. Because why? These days are evil, man. Okay, as it says in Ephesians the 5th chapter, the days are evil, right? Let's see. Let's go back here to see where was I? I think I was at the news break. Okay, it says mutant mpox outbreak declared emergency in Africa after rapid spread to 13 countries, and experts fear Europe is next. And then what do you think will happen after Europe get hits? Right here on this Western Hemisphere, all right, in particular, Babylon, which is America. Okay. So it says scientists at the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Africa CDC. I never heard of that one, but hey, it's crazy. It's one over there. Are sounding the alarm as the new virus spreads rapidly across the continent. Okay. If you have the app, you can read this article. It says since the start of 2024, the Democratic Republic of Congo has seen over 13,700 cases and 450 deaths. Okay. The deadlier, more aggressive strain of the virus, formerly known as monkeypox, has now spread across Africa to 12 other countries, including Burundi, the Central African Republic, excuse me, Kenya, Rwanda, labeling the outbreak as a public health emergency. All right, scroll up a little bit. Labeling the outbreak as a public health emergency will push governments to act faster and potentially boost vital medical supplies and aid for the affected regions. Okay. So, basically, we'll see in the next coming days, all right, maybe weeks or even months maybe, of what's going to happen with this mpox, also known as monkeypox, all right, which is very similar to what smallpox. Okay, just do your research. And so, you know, we that believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, all right, as far as our people, so-called Negro Latino American people, which we are the Israelites, you know, those of us that believe, all right, we're paying attention to what's going on because it says least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we're watching our enemies. Okay. Psalms 91:2, it says, "I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power; in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler," all right, which is a trap. It says, "and from the noisome pestilence," okay, in which you look up the noisome pestilence, right? Let's go to Psalms 91, the blue letter. See what we get here. Let's see. Word noisome. Okay. It's Hawa. It says desire. It says engulfing ruin, destruction, calamity. All right. Um, it says in the sense of eagerly coveting and rushing upon. All right, which is quickly. All right, it says ruin, calamity, iniquity, mischievous thing, naughtiness, noisome, perverse thing. All right, very wickedness, substance. Okay, so pretty much, this pestilence that's potentially can be a deadly outbreak, can be very noisome. Okay. It says, verse 4, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. All right. This is why, we cling to this truth. Okay. This knowledge and understanding of the scriptures. All right. It says, verse 5, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, which, that goes into the destruction. Verse 6, here's a good point. It says, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness. Okay? Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness. Because why? People are not paying attention to what's going on. This outbreak, though it's in the news, it's not in the spotlight of the mainstream news media. Okay? What's in the spotlight, again, is the election. See? But we that stand upon our watch, like the Lord, like basically like Habakkuk, the second chapter, it goes into that. Habakkuk said, what? I will stand upon my watch. Okay. When you stand upon your watch, you can see these things going on. Right? Because why? You're constantly watching, right, and also praying for the Lord to deliver you from these evil things that's coming upon the people. Okay. This is why it says in Jeremiah 28:8 that what? The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, great kingdoms, right? It says what? Of war, evil, and of pestilence. Because why? These things are going on, man. These things are going on before our very eyes. Okay? The only one's going to be caught up in these snares is the ones that's not watching. Okay? So this is the book of, let's go to 2nd Esdras 15, excuse me. And matter of fact, I'll jump down to 49. Let's go up a little bit. It says 2nd Esdras 15, and I'll start verse 10. I'll jump around a bit. It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, which is America. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Because one thing we do know, in the sense that Europe is next, well, it won't be long before it reaches America, okay, which is Babylon. All right, also known as what? Egypt. How we know that? Revelation 11 chapter says what? This place is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, okay? So let's jump down to verse 49. It says, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses and with destruction and death. Okay. So we know that these things are going to come upon this land because why? We're living in a time where the Lord is getting ready to judge this place. Okay. This is why, hey, this is why you gotta, always be vigilant, constantly keeping watch. Because why? If you're not keeping watch, you'll be caught off guard, man. Okay, you'll be caught off guard because you haven't been staying up on your watch. All right, it says this in Revelation 16 and 15, and this is in red too. So Yahweh Shai is speaking. It says, or he says, "Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth." Right? Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked, and they see his shame. And you basically turn your back on this truth, man. You better keep watch, man. Okay? Because you don't know when that day, all right, is going to happen. Okay? And that day of the Lord is going to keep up on a lot of people and catch them off guard. But if you're watching, all right, you won't be taken, or caught off guard. Okay? Because why? You stayed alert, you know. And the scriptures speak about, matter of fact, let's see. Let's go to the parable of the strong man that Yahushua spoke about. Okay, this is Matthew 12. Let's see, is there more on that? Okay, so I'll go right to the point. Matthew 12 and 29 says, "Or else, how can one enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he first bind the strong man, and then will he spoil his house?" Matter of fact, that's not it. Shalakia, that's not it. Uh, that's the wrong one. Shalakia. It's about the thief. Okay, I went to the wrong one. Shalakia. Yeah, here we go. Saying, let me see. That was Luke 12 and 39. I went to the wrong one. I mean Matthew. This is what I want to get right here. All right. Yeah, let's go here, right here. Luke 12. This is one I wanted right here. Luke 12 and 37. It says, "Blessed are those servants whom the Lord, when he cometh, shall find watching. Verily I say unto you, that he shall gird himself and make them to sit down to meat, and will come forth and serve him, and serve them. And if he shall come in the second watch, or come in the third watch, and find them so, blessed are those servants." Hey, if you claim to be a servant of the Lord, you're supposed to keep watch. All right. Hey, it says what? That in the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, all right, it speaks about us being occupied in prophecies. Okay. I mean, that's the 39th chapter. Okay. Let me get that real quick, because I mentioned it. You have to be occupied in prophecies, because why? We're living in a time where prophecies are being fulfilled, all right, on the major level. Okay. Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus 39 and 1. It says, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies." See? Hey, plain, man. All right, plain and straight to the point. Back in Luke 12 and verse 39, it says, "And this know, that if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched, and not have suffered his house to be broken through. But he says, Be ye therefore ready also, for the Son of Man cometh in an hour when ye think not." All right. And so those of us that are supposed to be blowing the trumpet in Zion, we're supposed to be warning the people. All right. Speaking into the ears of the Lord's people the words of prophecy. If we're not doing that, all right, we're not of good use. We're compared to like the dumb dogs if we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing as watchmen unto the house of Israel. All right, the Lord said He have made us watchmen unto the house of Israel, which is the house of the Lord. Okay, the Israelites. Okay, and as a watchman, you're supposed to alert the people. All right, or your hands will have a lot of blood on them. Okay, as the scriptures tell us in the book of Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, man. If you don't blow those no trumpet or sound the alarm, all right, and the people be overtaken because you didn't sound the alarm or blew the trumpet, it says they're going to die, but the Lord going to require their blood at your hands. Okay, so you have to be again sober and vigilant, and keep watch, man. Keep watch, because why? These days are evil, man. They get more evil and evil, man. As we look around us, okay. So you have to be mindful of that, okay. So these kind of events, all right, don't catch you off guard. Okay? Because why? 2020 caught a lot of people off guard. But if you're being aware, you're keeping watch, all right? You stand up on the tower, you'll see these evil things, okay? So with that, I want to end it and say all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Again, shalom to the elect. All right, and Lord willing, I'll see you in the next video. Shalom.